Two.
Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip Equipment, and what we have for sale here today is a 426B JCB wheel loader, just in time for snow shoveling season. We don't have snow here, so this tractor is probably going to go up north. The serial number on this machine is E053147. I'm going to leave that last digit blank. We're going to talk about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second, and then we'll run it in the third. If you buy this machine from me, I've got another loader in there. I've got a couple of backhoes in the shop and a box blade. We've got some big excavators that we're selling. We've got water tankers. We've got skid steers. There's a smaller excavator there. Point is, if you buy this machine from me or any of the others that I have for sale, you're going to be dealing with Pro Provencio. He's the guy running the camera. Excuse me, he's my right-hand man. In this video, we're gonna talk about the specs in the first clip, or we're gonna talk about the machine, the history of the machine, the first clip, the operating specs in the second, then we'll run it in the third. Now, what we're probably gonna do is run it out in the street because, as you can see, it's a sloppy, wet mess here. So we're gonna obstruct traffic for just a little bit. Top speed on this tractor is only about 25 miles an hour. Yeah, so we'll get going. So price on a new machine like this these days is, I don't know, 150 grand. We went ahead and put those panels up because they're kind of heavy to lift and awkward. We didn't want to do that in the video. As far as manufacturers go, now I don't know if this is true, but JCB claims that they sell more units than any other manufacturer. Not wheel loaders, but just units in general. They say they're the #1 manufacturer of heavy construction and utility equipment. The weight for this machine is 28,239 pounds. The widest point is that bucket right there at 8 feet. The tallest point is the top of that cab at 11 feet. The transportation length from the front of this, or from the end of this counterweight right here to the front of that cutting edge, is 22.5 feet. Comparable machines are like the Komatsu WA250 or maybe a John Deere 544H or maybe a 930G. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost every machine we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. I say that because this is a rust-free machine. This machine was, its whole life it's spent here in the Metroplex. The significance of that is that we don't mess around with snow. I mean, we don't shovel snow. We're far enough south, so the only salt we see is salt on our kitchen tables. And we're far enough, we're 300 miles from the coast, so we're not in a corrosive environment. I mean, you'll see where, where the paint's flecked off the bucket and the rainwater's gotten to it, but in no way, shape, or form, again, is a rust-pervasive machine. This particular wheel loader we bought from the dealer, and he's a good friend of ours, and he calls us up and says, "Hey Rick, I got a really good deal on a sweet loader. Come by and give it a shot, look." And that's what we did. And anyway, we agreed on the price, and here it is. So he told me that the guy that had it had a conscientious maintenance program that rivaled some of the best he'd seen, and he was happy. They've done a lot of business back and forth over the years. He's a big JCB user. So anyway, point is that it's been well taken care of. Now, before I buy any machine, we only buy from people that we know and we trust. So We buy from about 30 different large contractors, dealerships, and municipalities here in the Metroplex. So, but before I buy a machine, I have a couple of mechanics go out and inspect it. If they say everything's okay on the machine, then Pro Provencio goes out and he inspects it. And if he says everything's okay and the money's right, then I personally go out and I inspect it. So these machines are 4 times vetted before we buy it. As far as options go, you can see it's got an enclosed cab. It's got a hydraulics for a coupler. It's got a quick couple system here, but I need to put a cap on that. But obviously doesn't have a quick coupler. It's just got a bucket, but you can put a quick coupler on it, which works on it. It's got a 12-volt outlet in the cab. It's got a remote transmission control there at the joystick, which is nice. It's convenient for forward and reverse. It's obviously 4-wheel drives. Most wheel loaders are inherently 4-wheel drive. It's got a key battery disconnect right there. That's good for whenever you're you're gonna let the machine set for a while and you don't want the battery to run down. You just pop that off and it'll keep these you can see these coolers swing away, so that's pretty convenient. So you can keep your clean. Trying to remember what other options it has. You think of anything else, bro?
Lights work on it.
Yeah, the lights
got
work.
mirrors.
Yeah, it's got all the lights and the mirrors.
100% cutting edge.
Yeah, 100% cutting edge.
The bucket, what do you rate that as?
The bucket's probably about that's a big bucket. That's probably a 3.5, 4-yard bucket.
Yeah, it's big.
So, but this machine is mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it. Everything works. The transmission runs through all the gears without hesitation. Brake stop it on a dime. We got a trailer coming in here. Let me show you. That truck's not too noisy, so we'll just keep on with our video. Like I say, it's mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it. Everything works. Top speed on this machine is 24 miles an hour. It's 15 in reverse. Brake stop it on a dime. These tires are about 95%. Hell, they're even better than that. Look, this is, they still got the, about 100%. They still got those little titties on them. They all match their radials. They're 20.5 R25s. The hydraulics are strong. Buenas tardes. The hydraulics are strong. There's no cracks or welds anywhere in this work equipment. Like Crow said, this cutting edge is 100%. There's no deflection or any kind of problem in that in those 2 kingpins right there, that articulation joint. Getting back to this bucket right here is it's 8 foot wide. It's 4 foot 3 inches tall, and the depth of this bucket is 4 foot 7 inches. If you were loading into a dumpster, this hinge pin right here is maximum hinge pin height is 12 feet. So the breakout force on this machine is 32,597 pounds. And like Pro and I were saying, this is probably a 3.5, 4 yard bucket, so it's great for snow removal. Pro, I can't think of anything else. You got anything else you want to say about this loader?
Runs good, starts up, and heater works.
Heater works. The AC blows cold, but not real cool. I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Pro. What else, Pro?
That's about it. You got it covered.
All right, so we're gonna run this machine in the next clip. No smoke coming out of that stack, really. This is pretty muddy right here right now, so I think we're gonna run this one in the street here in a little bit. Slide into that building. I think we're going to take it into the street. All right, we're going to do something a little different here today because our yard is so muddy. We can't really get it up to speed back there because it's such a sloppy mess, so we'll do it this way. About it. It's a good loader. Big bucket. All right, so this is the inside of the cab here. And here's your display. Here's your air conditioner controls. Got the heater on. The heater's blowing nice and warm. Just switching it over to the air conditioner. That's kind of cool, but not cold. So there you go. That's how you turn it off. But here's how you turn it on. That's starts up, no problem. That's the control to your coupler.